नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयते श्रृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयान्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सतं नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 30, verse 7 and 8. Verse 7. विनायतास्ता भुजमण्डलमज्जक लक्ष्म्या स्पर्धक्षीर्य परिवृतो वनमालयादयः बर्हिस्मता पुरुषा आह सुतान् प्रपन्नम् पर्जन्यनादरुतया सगृणावलोकः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Around the neck of the personality of Godhead hung a flower garland that reached to his knees. His 8 stout and elonged arms were decorated with that garland, which challenged the beauty of the goddess of fortune. With a merciful glance and a voice like thunder, the Lord addressed the sons of King Prachina Barhi, who were very much surrendered unto him. The word Adya in this verse is very significant. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the origin even of Paramatma and Brahman. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 14:27, Brahmano hi pratisthaham. The absolute truth begins not with the impersonal Brahman, but with the original personality of Godhead, Krishna. When Arjuna realized Krishna's greatness, he addressed him in this way: Param Brahma, Param Dama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. You are the supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original. You are the unborn and all-pervading beauty. The Brahma Samhita also says, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The Supreme Lord is not caused by anything, Anadi, but He is the cause of all causes. The Vedanta Sutra says, Janmadi Asya Yataha. The absolute truth is that from which everything emanates. The absolute truth is described as Adi Purusha. The absolute truth is therefore a person, is not impersonal. Verse 8. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Varam Vrinidvam Badram Vo Yuyam Me Nrupa Nandanaha Sauhardena Prutag Dharmas Tushtoham Sahudena Va. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear sons of the King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask benediction of me. Purport, since the sons of King Prachina Barhisat were all united in Krishna consciousness, the Lord was very pleased with them. Each and every one of the sons of King Prachina Barhisat was an individual soul, but they were united in offering transcendental service to the Lord. The unity of the individual souls attempting to satisfy the Supreme Lord or rendering service to the Lord is real unity. In the material world, such unity is not possible. Even the people may officially unite. They all have different interests. In the United Nations, for instance, all the nations have their particular national ambitions and consequently they cannot be united. Disunity between individual souls is so strong within this material world that even in a society of Krishna consciousness, members sometimes appear disunited due to their having different opinions and leaning towards material things. Actually, in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be two opinions. There is only one goal to serve Krishna to one's best ability. If there is some disagreement over service, such a disagreement is to be taken as spiritual. Those who are actually engaged in the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be disunited in any circumstances. This makes the Supreme Personality of Godhead very happy and willing to award all kinds of benediction to his devotees. As indicated in this verse, we can see that Lord is immediately prepared to award all benedictions to the son of King Prachina Barihishat. Mam Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Name, Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you for all the assembled devotees for giving me this opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcomings. Let's see if I can summarize our. I think Kanapriya Prabhu, do you want to give your summary, Prabhu, or
Sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna?
Can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Okay. So these two verses, addressed by Lord Shiva to the Prachetas, sons of King Prachin Barishat, in honor of their unity. And you usually see there are many brothers in a family, and and we see that they don't follow the same principles of living. So before I proceed further, let me just offer my obeisances. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvaya Namaha. So before, so as I was saying that there is no unity in different places, and usually we see that in a household, mother and father rebuking their children that if you all are going to be like united and you all are going to have an aligned thinking, then all auspiciousness will prevail in this household. There will be Lakshmi in the house. There will be peace and quiet. There will be also demigods residing there. So we all notice this thing that I know. As far as I know, I grew up in a family of 9 brothers and sisters. And we often heard this from our parents, and sometimes in not so very pleasant way. So this is important, as we also know how the emphasis is within ISKCON, this society. Why do the congregation members come together? Because they all come to serve Krishna. And when many people, when many souls, individual souls come together for a common cause, then that petition is heard by the Lord. So if you see, even in this governmental societies, we see that sometimes when there is a protest that needs to be done, if an individual soul is going to go outside the White House and start crying that Mr. Trump, you are not so good, or Mr. Trump, we want this, or Mr. President, we want this agenda to be fulfilled, nobody will care for that person. But if 100,000 people go together and gather outside the White House and want to push forward their agenda that we want this done, we are not happy with this law, then the White House will have to come out, Mr. President will have to come out and assure that, yes, we will change this, we made a mistake, and we will do it according to your wishes. So that's how That's the meaning of congregation. And that is the power of congregation. So the more, the better. More people aligned for a common cause. And the common cause is Krishna Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti is what? Is our relationship. Everybody has a relationship with Krishna. Krishna Bhakti is relationship on the platform of love. That is what the goal is. The goal, Sambandha Gyan, the Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya and Prayojan. Once we establish that Krishna is our whole and soul, that there is nothing, there is no relationship besides Krishna with us, then we have to surrender ourselves and render loving service to Krishna. Because that's the goal, to, to attain prema bhakti, love of God. And when the love of God is there, then you don't want anything else, because everything that you seek materially, maybe you can get something materially like money or opulence, but it is all temporary. But once you attain the love of God, prema bhakti, after giving up this material body, we are going to go back in our spiritual body to render same transcendental loving service to Krishna and thereby be eternally happy. So that's the whole goal of doing bhakti, and it's a term that is sometimes misunderstood by people. What is bhakti? It's an Hindi word or Sanskrit word, you know. But bhakti is, there is a bhakta, means a devotee, and then there is a Lord, who is the Supreme Personality. And then the interchange that happens between them, that is called bhakti. And that has to be on a loving platform. So what people should understand, that this is the rendering of devotion to the Lord in any which way. There are Navadha Bhakti system that is there, enunciated by Prahlad Maharaj. So Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pad Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. So there's any one of those process, you can Shravanam. Shravanam means hearing. Hearing about the Lord is also bhakti. We hear Krishna Katha. This is also bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. Smaranam. Thinking of Krishna all the time. Thinking of Krishna whenever you can. Bring yourself back to that position that, oh, for the time being, I had forgotten Krishna, I was engaged in some kind of work. You need to just feel disgusted, momentarily I lost my connection with Krishna. I was not thinking of him. So that's how it should be. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakyam, Atmani. Sakyam means friendship, in fraternity. You are talking to Krishna in front of the deity. The deity is just the form, carved out of wood or stone or anything, just to focus, our attention, that this is how my Krishna, this is how pretty my Krishna looks like. Krishna has a form, but what form we don't know. But we assign a form according to the Shastras, and it is made out of some stone or wood or paint or something. So we are able to focus. We are able to focus channelize our thoughts, energies towards that particular deity form and have an exchange. We can talk. In temples, most temples, just a few days ago, I was in Vrindavan, and there they speak in front of the deities while the deities are getting dressed, they're speaking like, today we had such and such amount of books distributed, small books, large books. They give accountability to the Lord. So that's basically in Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So we are giving account of, because we are all servants of the servants of the servants of the Lord. So we, in order to give accountability, we have an exchange. We can speak loudly also, and we can speak in our heart also. It's an exchange. We can have silent tears gliding down our cheeks, or we can like just feel feel our transcendental pleasure within our hearts. By observing or by reading any of the acts of the merciful Lord towards any of his devotees. You know, we have devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. How merciful our Lord Krishna has been to them. So, thinking of such mercies like Sudama, all those all those pastimes of Krishna's are with Krishna himself and along with his devotees only. All the sakhas and they might be on an exalted place, but no, but they have Krishna in their heart all the time. When Krishna is within your heart, then Krishna is not away from you. And when you bring something else in your heart, then Krishna says, well, you chose something else instead of me. So then we are into real trouble. We face the threefold miseries of the material world. Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, Adidevi. We are in the waves. We are getting carried away by the waves of the illusory energy of the Lord. And we are trying to fix that situation by saying that, okay, now I have enough money and I can tackle this situation. Now I have, and you are getting more and more and more involved. Instead of seeking help from the one who can solve all the problems, we are trying to make a quick fix by some means which were actually bestowed by the Supreme Lord only. The fact that you were able one is able to get the riches, it came through the mercy of the Lord only. And then when we have the riches, we forget the Lord, and then we try to rectify our temporary misery through the riches. So Krishna's there's no question of Krishna being in your heart then. But at that time, when the misery increases multiple fold, then we realize that, oh my God, why was I depending on this external means to mitigate a temporary situation? To begin with, only I should have just surrendered unto Krishna and just asked his help. Please take me out of this miserable condition. We should petition every single time when we are chanting. So that's how one can develop one's love for the Lord. And Prabhupada says that it's not a miracle that I've come to the West and I've done this and I've done that at a ripe old age. The miracle is that I've been able to change your hearts and I have been able to bring you people to love somebody who you have never seen, Krishna. So you are able to, one is able to divert one's feelings towards Krishna, who we have never seen, but we can feel in our heart. And then with all our heart, we make all the efforts according to our limited capacity to love him. And that's enough as long as the intention and the feelings are pure and not driven out of feelings or driven out of desires for material prosperity or like selfish goals. So with this, I'll stop